Good afternoon and welcome to Fabric Frenzy, our monthly broadcast about the news and updates from Fabric. And as you can see, I'm not Matthias Halkær. Matthias is not able to join today's due to his parental leave. But today we are very lucky that we actually got my co-worker from Finland, Juho, who's able to give us the latest updates from FabCon in Las Vegas. And as a truly connected company, I'm very honored and I'm very pleased and glad that you're able to join us, Juho. So welcome, Juho from Finland.
Thank you very much, Oliver, for your kind words. I'm Juho Jääskeläinen. I'm from Fellowman Finland, working as a fabric product owner here and a senior consultant. So
Perfect.
should we dive in, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So this time in Las Vegas, there was 103 new fabric features. Quite a lot of things, but not maybe that much shiny things, at least compared to previous times. To sum it up, overall, this time it was more focused on maturity, slowly maturing the platform for those enterprise applications. And then there was also some things with pricing. But let's take a deep dive.
Yeah, because 103 new features, that's a lot. I mean, I think that you have it could be wise to take the most interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I have
Mm.
I have picked only the most interesting fun ones for you all. And also don't hesitate to ask questions. We can pause any time to answer those.
Perfect. Also, with regards to the questions, I see the questions from the audience. If you think something is it needs to be elaborated, or you want us to dig into other things, just write the questions, and I'll see them right away.
Perfect. Thanks,
Mhm.
Oliver. So the first topic, environmental handling. So the first thing we got here is this new feature, variable library. And what this actually enables us is to have these global parameters between your dev, test, and production environment. So now you have a product-ready way to handle all of these, and they also come up when you do deployment. So this really helps up your deployment pipelines. And then, which also was missing, was that before your copy data pipelines didn't work with deployment, but now with this new variable library, you can also do that. Then there's other CI/CD improvements. At the moment, shortcuts are now supported with lakehouses, and the tables are to come. But remember, here is one thing that not all patterns are supported, only certain kinds. Then notebooks variable library support is also coming to preview, and actually it's already enrolled in certain regions, so you might want to check that out as well. And then we also are going to get this Fabric CLI tool, which makes us a command line interface to manage your Fabric. So this is really good if you want to set up like custom deployment automation and things like that for those really deep things. Then we got some news also on the data management. There is this new feature called item tags, which enables your data products to be classified according to whatever is your business need. For example, if you want to categorize your lakehouses or semantic models with, for example, business lines, now you have a great tool to handle that. And then those can be seen on the UI and they can be queried by those tags. And this really helps the organization to keep up with their data. Then also the one lake catalog, which contains all the data you have access to in Fabric, can now search not only tables, but it can also go into the tables to see what columns are available and also metrics if you're looking for the semantic model. So this helps to look into your stuff really well. And then my favorite feature, at least, so now there is one leg security. This came into private preview, and you need to enroll to get this, but it will be coming to a public preview, I think, in the next quarter. And what this does is that previously all your access and security was behind every object had its own kind of schema. Lakehouse had its own, SQL had whatever SQL always has had, Power BI had it, and then if you did something with Spark, Spark didn't care at all. But now, with one leg security, there is one place where you set up your security rules. Is it row level security or column level security? One place, and all the items, everything will behave with this. So this is a really, really big step forward where management of data security becomes a lot easier. Then other security things, there is now more support for the VNet, and then also event stream finally got an Entra ID authentication, so you don't have to work with those SIS tokens anymore. And then there's key vault support for shortcuts and service principal for creating those. Then something I'm deeply passionate about, which is the developer ergonomics. So both data warehouse, SQL, and Lakehouse are now, how would I say, they work better together. Before, you had to make the decision if you want to start your workflows with Lakehouses and PySpark or with SQL and Warehouse, and then you were very married to that decision for the rest of your journey. But now, no matter what you choose, it's more easy to mix and match things. So now notebooks can read and also write to warehouses, which is an excellent addition. Then there is better autocomplete for notebooks and warehouses. That's already enrolled, and I think this was a good improvement to the old ways. And then this was not a FabCon news, but I must say this, that there is now a VS Code extension called Fabric Data Engineer, and this supports most of the development needs. So if you really like that night mode on your desktop when you develop, and check it out. Then there is changes on the pricing scheme on how you pay for your Fabric. So now this is maybe the biggest new thing or the most shiniest thing of this release wave is that AI skills, co-pilots, and all the large language model stuff are now available in all the capacities. So this was previously only for the F64 and above, which was quite expensive, but now everyone gets to play with this. And I have actually already tried it out, and at least the SQL endpoint one seems to really know well the dynamics data model, at least on the CRM side. One thing to note here is that these eat up your capacity, so please put on your alerts from the capacity management. Then a new pricing model for Spark jobs. So you can now purchase Fabric so that there's a Spark, specific Spark like pricing for you. And when you enable this means that when you run your notebooks or Spark jobs, all the consumption goes to that Spark jobs. So this would really might give you good amount of savings in these cases where you're running only ETL, let's say once a night. It's really heavy, and you just want to pay it as you go. This might really bring you savings, but then what also they came up with this is that there is this max usage ceiling, so you don't have to worry if someone makes a silly cross join and tries to make a zillion rows or something like that. So you can sleep your nights well.
This is kind of a game changer, I think. I think it's kind of interesting that you're not able to buy the large and the very expensive capacity in order to get the AI and Copilot abilities. So this is kind of a surprise to me, and I think the market will will react positively to this. So yeah. Were you expecting it?
Around them, and they are nice, I must say.
Yeah, interesting.
Then there is this new feature. This came a bit before the FabCon, but still there is this item called AI agent, and what this now brings us is that on top of your SQL endpoint, or then on top of your semantic model, you can set up this AI agent and give it a specific instruction on for example, which tables contain what kind of data and what kind of viewpoints on that data should you have. And then you can talk to it and it will know your data all along. And here's a quick screenshot on how this works. And this is also now, this was, when it announced, it was behind app64, but now this is also available in, it already slowly enrolled to be available with all capacities. Then there's also a lot of other stuff, not categorized in a sense. But now you can trigger a data pipeline when a new file is created in OneLake. Previously, this required an event stream, and that took an F4 minimum. So maybe some cost savings here, and it's also nice, like load pattern, load it whenever you get new stuff. That's nice. Then high concurrency notebooks within the pipelines is now generally available. And then they also gave out these predefined Spark optimization configurations. That's a long word, but so if someone has ever looked into Spark, there is like maybe 200 settings that you can tweak around, go find that optim thing for you. But now what Microsoft has done is they have given out this kind of templates with very like elaborate naming that what's it for and what's it not for, that you can try if that might help to speed up your ETLs. And then they also added a support for getting your data from Excel. Then on the SQL side, on the warehouse, there is now audit logs available for the warehouse, which might have some use cases, especially with the audit trail applications. Then one like also shiny thing is that there are now these AI functions in the notebooks. So if you have some kind of data, text data or whatnot, you can now summarize, classify, extract information from it, translate that text, fix it grammarly, or generate response based on it. And it's really easy to use. We actually did a short demo on this and creating this kind of like stuff where we took a form, classified the entries, was it positive, was it not positive. It took me like 5 minutes to create, which is really fast. And that's all. Here is the summary of it.
Yeah, great. Well, which of the other ones, the others, did surprise you the most?
I think the autoscale of the Spark was like, I think that was maybe the biggest surprise. I was not expecting it, and to be frank, we have like used a lot of time, I think, to figure out what's the optimal way to buy out capacity, and now we need to do that work again.
So how would that affect a medium or small customer? I mean, for larger customers, it's kind of a no big deal. But how do you think it will the mid-size customers will react to this?
Yeah, well, let's say that you have a like a really heavy initial load phase, and for that you need to get like F16, F32, something like 2K a month, just for that job. But now you could just pay it as you go. You don't have to have it up and running just so you have it available when you need it. You can just now pay as you go whenever you need it. So that I think that's really interesting approach.
I see. So also with regards to the AI, the Copilot things that are now able or comes from with all capacities, do you think that Microsoft is moving in another direction here, that they are trying to go with some sort of ability to serve the masses? It's not only the big companies. So what do you think?
Yeah,
I think it could be a game changer.
exactly. And I think it's more going through this direction, that the AI is for everyone, and
Yeah,
not just
exactly.
for those with the big pockets.
Yeah, so we're not only democrating the data by giving the data to everybody in the organization, but also to all organization with the AI abilities. So it's a bright and interesting future, I think. So great. So what else? What else you hope? What else you would like? What do you think? What has also surprised you?
I think the one leg security is. I was hoping Microsoft would do something like that, and I am very much pleasantly surprised that they made this, because managing all of those different kinds of security details is a lot of work, and now if that can be streamlined, then it's a lot easier and very nice.
Perfect, perfect. So with regards to prediction and AI and machine learning and all that, what are you hoping for in the future? What are you looking for with regards to Fabric features?
I think let's be a bit honest here. I think currently most companies, most entities are doing their analytics are always looking in the mirror. They are looking what did it look yesterday. But maybe slowly with all of these capabilities, we start to move our analytics to like looking forward. Would it be in a half a year, in the next quarter, and so on. So I think that's a really big change in the like whole dynamic how things work. But good thing, at least for me as a data engineer, is that for all, for all of these AI things to work, they really need that good basement. The quality of the data needs to be good, and they can be basically as good as the data is. So
Exactly, exactly. That's kind of an important prerequisite. But I think, as you mentioned, it's looking bright, and I think the maturity level from the basic and the average, at least our customers, that has increased a lot. So I think the market, so to speak, is ready for the AI now, in whole new way. I'm very positive, and I as you hope that AI will be a larger part of Fabric and the abilities for the smaller companies also. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So I don't know if you got any other things that you would like to mention, but interesting updates, I think.
I think I recommend everyone to look into the Microsoft official documentation and see if there's anything interesting, because this is a very short list on my favorite stuff that came out.
Yeah, perfect, perfect, Juho. But then I would I don't see that there isn't any questions yet that I need to answer. So I think that I would like to say thank you very much for joining, Juho. It has been a pleasure, and I think this connected company thing that we have done, Denmark, Finland, and the other countries is I'm very proud of it. So thank you very much, Juho, and to the rest of you, have a nice evening.
Thank you.